The African economy is booming as we see more and more intensive economic activities around the continent. With a nominal GDP of $2.9 trillion, analysts predict that in the coming decades, miraculous progress would be observed through the African landscape. By 2050, African GDP is expected to surpass $29 trillion. In 2018, Forbes listed some 23 individuals with a net worth of more than $1 billion. Africa's billionaires come from 7 different countries. South Africa and Egypt each share 5 billionaires, with Nigeria and Morocco each having 3. The top 15 richest African billionaires accumulated a combined net worth of $76 billion. The African economy witnessed a contraction of 2.1% during 2020. However, African billionaires, much like their counterparts in the rest of the world, saw their wealth grow by more than 12%. If you look at the areas of the economy where these billionaires are concentrated, you will find industries like vehicle manufacturing, oil production, real estate development, telecom sector, luxury goods, and so on. As the African economy recovers, these high net worth individuals will see an even bigger spike in their wealth. African GDP will witness an economic recovery during the fiscal year 2025 with an estimated growth rate of 4.2%. And these are some of the wealthy people in Africa. Koos Bekker of South Africa. Net worth $2.9 billion. Koos Bekker is the chairman of the South African media group, Naspers. Naspers has the largest market capitalization outside China, US, and India. It is listed on both Johannesburg and London stock exchanges. Naspers services encompass classified advertising, online payments, fintech, as well as food delivery. Bekker's compensation package during his tenure as CEO of Naspers Group was solely in terms of stock options grants. Naspers saw its market capitalization grow from $1.2 billion in the early 2000s to $46 billion at the end of Bekker's tenure as a CEO from 1997 to 2014. His early decision of investing in Tencent, a Chinese IT and technology company, was the most profitable bet he made as CEO. In 2001, he bought stocks worth $32 million in Tencent. Those stakes today stand at $133 million. In addition, Bekker's tenure saw the acquisition of many profitable companies such as AUX, DSTV, and MTN, as well as controlling interests in Prosus, Media24, and Takealot. Petrus Motsepe of South Africa. Net worth $2.9 billion. Petrus Motsepe got his fortune from the mining business. Motsepe started his career in a law firm, Bowman Gilfillan, in Johannesburg. Later in 1997, he founded African Rainbow Minerals, which conducts the business of minerals extraction and refining, including gold, ferrous metals, base metals, and platinum. Recently, he has been appointed as the president of the Confederation of African Football. He also sits on boards of major African companies, which includes Harmony Gold, BRICS Business Council, and Sanlam. In 2008, Motsepe was the first Black African to be included in the Forbes Billionaires list. Petrus Motsepe signed the Giving Pledge in 2013 to donate half of his wealth to philanthropic causes. Naguib Sawiris of Egypt. Net worth $3.8 billion. Naguib Sawiris belongs to one of the wealthiest Egyptian families. He is the current chairman of Orascom Telecom Holdings. Under Naguib's supervision, Orascom Telecom Holdings has become one of the most successful telecom companies in the African region. He also founded the Weather Investment Group, which later bought Wind Telecomunicazioni S.p.A., an Italian telecom company. In 2011, Wind Telecom and Global Telecom Holdings merged with Vimpelcom, now VEON, making it the world's 6th largest mobile telecommunications provider by the number of subscribers, with operations in 20 countries serving 181 million customers. Naguib also owns 88% stakes in Euronews through his Media Globe holdings. Issat Ribrab of Algeria. Net worth $2.5 billion. Issat Ribrab, the richest man of Algeria, has made fortunes mostly through his business in the food industry through his company Sevital. Ribrab founded Sevital in 1998. The company operates in automotive, household appliances, transportation, float glass production, and large-scale retail, making Sevital Algeria's largest conglomerate. Before the Sevital Group, Ribrab also formed several other businesses in the accountancy practice, steel, and metal industry. Rebrab has also diversified his business by acquiring several other companies in Europe, Africa, and South America. In April 2019, Issad was jailed on corruption charges, tax, banking, and custom offenses for a period of 8 months. Abdulsamad Rabiu of Nigeria. Net worth $5.7 billion. Abdulsamad Rabiu is one of the renowned figures in the Nigerian business community owing to his conglomerate, Bua Group, that has stakes in manufacturing, infrastructure, and agriculture. Nigeria is one of the largest crude oil producing countries in the world. However, due to insufficient oil refineries, it relies on oil imports, resulting in a huge deficit that put a strain on Nigeria's economy. In September 2020, Rabiu signed a deal with Axon, France's largest hydrocarbon company, for providing processing technology for Rabiu's oil refinery in Akwa Ibom, Nigeria. This bold move makes the Bua Group one of the most formidable forces in Nigeria and wider Africa. Rabiu also has a 98.5% stake in Bua Cement plc, which is the second largest cement production and publicly listed company on Nigerian Stock Exchange. Mike Adenuga of Nigeria. Net worth $6.7 billion. Adenuga, Nigeria's second richest man, built his fortune in telecom and oil production. His mobile phone network, Globacom, is the second largest operator in Nigeria, with 60 million subscribers. Globacom also built Glo1, a 6,100-mile-long submarine internet cable to the UK via Ghana and Portugal. His oil exploration outfit, Canoil Producing, operates 6 oil blocks in the Niger Delta. Adenuga also owns 74% of publicly traded gasoline firm Canoil and just under 6% of publicly traded Nigerian bank Sterling Financial Holding. Nassif Sawiris of Egypt. Net worth $9 billion. Nassif Sawiris is an investor and a scion of Egypt's wealthiest family. In December 2020, he acquired a 5% stake in New York-listed firm Madison Square Garden Sports, owner of the NBA Knicks and the NHL Rangers teams. He runs OCI, one of the world's largest nitrogen fertilizer producers, with plants in Texas and Iowa. It trades on the Euronext Amsterdam exchange. He owns Orascom Construction, an engineering and building firm, trades on the Cairo Exchange and Nasdaq Dubai. His holdings include a nearly 6% stake in German sportswear giant Adidas. Nassif Sawiris teamed up with Fortress Investment Group's Wes Edens to purchase the Premier League's Aston Villa Football Club. Nicky Oppenheimer and family of South Africa. Net worth $9.5 billion. Nicky Oppenheimer, heir to the De Beers diamond fortune, sold his 40% of the firm to mining group Anglo American for $5.1 billion in cash in 2012. He was the third generation of his family to run De Beers and took the company private in 2001. For 85 years until 2012, the Oppenheimer family occupied a controlling spot in the world's diamond trade. In 2014, Oppenheimer started Fireblade Aviation in Johannesburg, which operates chartered flights. He also owns at least 720 square miles of conservation land across South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. Johan Rupert and family of South Africa. Net worth $10.7 billion. Johan Rupert is chairman of Swiss luxury goods firm Compagnie Financière Richemont. The company is best known for the brands Cartier and Montblanc. It was formed in 1998 through a spin-off of assets owned by Rembrandt Group Limited, now Remgro Limited, which his father Anton formed in the 1940s. He owns 7% of diversified investment firm Remgro, which he chairs, as well as 26% of Rionet, an investment holding company based in Luxembourg. Rupert has been a vocal opponent of plans to allow fracking in the Karoo, a region of South Africa where he owns land. Aliko Dangote of Nigeria. Net worth $13.7 billion. Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest person, founded and chairs Dangote Cement, the continent's largest cement producer. He owns 85% of publicly traded Dangote Cement through a holding company. Dangote Cement has the capacity to produce $48.6 million metric tons annually and has operations in 10 countries across Africa. After many years in development, Dangote's fertilizer plant in Nigeria began operations in March 2022. Dangote Refinery, which had been under construction since 2016, has begun refining operations this year. As the credits roll on our journey through the lives of Africa's wealthiest people, we're left with a profound sense of awe and admiration. These titans of industry have not only amassed vast fortunes, but have also wielded their influence to uplift communities and reshape the continent's future. For in their stories, we find not just tales of wealth, but narratives of hope, possibility, and the enduring power of the human spirit to transform lives and shape destinies. As Africa continues to rise, may we all be inspired to rise with it, fueled by the extraordinary legacies of its wealthiest sons and daughters.